Right now, social commentators Milton Ray and Shauna K. Burns discuss the broader issue right here on our stage. Shauna, always so good to have you.
Thank you.
Welcome. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year.
Blessed.
One can.
Yeah,
Happy New Year. Milton Ray, by the way, is also a recording artist.
All right.
Shauna, let's start with you. First of all, did you see the Africa's?
I did. I saw it. And in some aspects, I agree with what she's saying in terms of, my thing has always been about balance. And I think what she was calling for was really for women to understand that they also play a part in this. And it doesn't justify any of the broader things that are happening in the country right now. But what you were saying to me is understand that men also feel pain and they process, although a lot of times we socialize them, say, yo, man are thugs, we don't need to go in there. So when they feel that kind of pain, it triggers a lot of things. So she's saying women understand, say, yo, we are playing for like a part in it. If you're going to give a man a jacket, for example, like what she's saying, if when him a process the thing for go abroad now, that's when him find out, say, yo, the youth them him a grow for 20 odd years and of him, oh, we expect that I go lick him. And them like a thing there, my part of it is always been women, you can't go in a relationship and expect, say, the man is there only for mine you. So if that is your thing, my thing is that big people can talk, So you want some goodies, me want some goodies, let it be known, me go see if we can have a goodies relationship. But no run in and make people feel like, say, yo, it's a love thing, and it's not, because then you're going to start going into hurting people's feelings, and as we can see, because of what's going on, you don't know how people are going to process that.
So, Milton, are women becoming men?
Well, even before we go there, so Winford, what I want to say, first of all, I want to commend Queen Ifrica. What she did was very bold and very brave. And it is so profound. Her statements are so profound, so incisive, and so insightful that they are to be studied. I think them need to send it to the university for students to study this interview. You need to send it to the Ministry of National Security for them to look at these arguments. Because what Queen Ifrica is saying, I know something shallow we should just gloss over, Because the important thing in this issue is to find the root cause of the problem. And the fact of the matter is that if you talk to the people who know these men who are killing their women, they will tell you that most of these men never exhibit any mental problems prior to the incident. They were not people who were mentally unstable. They were normally functioning Jamaican citizens who just snap. Because any man can snap. No matter how calm you are, no matter how intelligent you think you are, you can snap. When a man deeply loves a woman, and that woman does something terrible to him mind and him head and him space up yourself, it mash him up. Listen to me. A lot of it is bun. We don't beat around a bush. We were not wired to handle bun. Men were not wired to take bun. We can't deal with the bun thing, none at all. It's going to mash we up. It's going to make we want kill ourselves. It's going to make we want not live. It's a natural thing and it can happen to any man. So when I hear people coming out all the while and say, boy, the man them mad. Them fi stop kill off the woman them. How does that advance us? How does that help us? What about the men? What about what the men are going through?
So because men are not wired to take bun. Them can give it, but don't take it.
No, this is the fool part of the argument now,
Yes.
When women get caught,
yes,
the first thing them turn around and say, boy, but you can't do it and we enough to do it. Oh, come on. Stupidness. That is so petty and childish. It's like, oh, are you first did nooks me marble, so make me nooks the back. A man and a woman have only one thing in common. And it's the fact that they are both human beings. Everything else is different between us. Every single thing. How we walk, how we talk, how we think, our emotions, how we conduct ourselves, our behavior, our attitude. So guess what? The social expectations and the conduct have to be different.
Be careful, though.
It can't be the same.
Okay, understand.
And intelligent people, you see them in the media all the time. Everybody come out and all them say, boy, the man them wicked. Something that even people who say they are clinical psychologists and all this foolishness, come on telling you that, boy, something did happen to them in them childhood.
Do
them
you
never get no
believe-
love and all kind of
Do you-
nothing like that. It's foolishness.
Do you believe, all right, question for you, Milton. Do you believe that women are now giving bun perhaps more than men?
Men have changed for the better and women have changed for the worse.
Oh.
And I'm not discriminating against women. It's a fact. Let me tell you how men have changed
So
for
what-
the better.
yeah, so how-
Men now are being more responsible when it comes to family life. There was a time in this country when a woman go and tell a man that, you know, when you get me pregnant, the man gone. Today, the Jamaican man is being more responsive and responsive in terms of a parent. If you go to any school, you see more fathers taking their kids to school than mothers.
Yes.
No, so the man, in terms of family life, the man is being more responsible, whereas the woman start run wild and think she a man. Women now, these women of ours, want to be men and behave like men. Ladies, you are ladies. You can't behave like men and conduct yourselves like men. You can't do what men do. Men are naturally polygamous from creation.
Hey!
Nothing has changed. Men have been naturally polygamous from creation. You laugh.
Whoa!
But I want you to disprove that.
But
right?
then, you-
So what man do? You can't consider it bun. Something natural and now it's normal behavior for a man to be polygamous.
Let me answer the question. I think you were asking Milton. Do women give bun or more bun?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Right? Some of my ladies may crucify me, but I don't think women are giving more bun. Now, in terms of the difference, and I'm real, I've always been real. When women give bun, is a different way because the tactic, the strategy is different.
Yes.
Right? Maybe because, as Milton says, we're wired differently. But a woman is going to give a bun. I'm going to say it's going to be a cleaner bun. Right? She's going to cross all her T's and dot all her I's.
Right.
Right? He has said some things that
You didn't say you're wired differently as it relates to bun, you know.
No, right.
You say men were wired to give bun.
And that is
No,
foolishness.
I did not say that.
Yes, you did.
I did
No,
not
yes,
say
you did.
that. I
Yes,
said
you did.
men have been naturally polygamous from creation.
Men are naturally polygamous and women are naturally monogamous.
Yes.
If it is that you're going to make an argument, and he first said, the only thing we have in common is that we're both humans. No. If you take it one way, right?
Yes.
You can make an argument that humans are all wired to be monogamous or humans are all wired to be polygamous.
Right.
There is really a lot of good arguments for both. Because if it is that you were not wired to take the bun, it wouldn't hurt so much. It hurt man and it hurt woman. There is no argument that says that men are polygamous from creation. I wasn't at creation. None of us wasn't at creation. I don't think so. My thing is
have history books.
socialization has taught us
We have research and
differently.
history books.
We socialize our boys different from our girls. So a girl is socialized to be more emotive, to and Africa did say it. You understand me? She have our sister in them for talk to, maybe our church group, whoever, and a man doesn't. When a little boy drop, we say, no man, you get up, yeah man. This is just a little 3-year-old. When it's a little girl, oh my darling, you're all right, and we cuddle her. My whole thing is, how are you teaching them from beginning? What is gendered parenting? And how does that have its long-term effects? And man, and this is where I call for women to say, we have to start socializing our boys to handle the full range of their emotions and stop saying that man can't handle it.
So
We're doing a
Can I just respond to
disservice.
something
Are
she
we-
said?
are
One
we
thing I
call-
We're
want to
doing a
respond to.
disservice to our
me just
boys
respond to one
by
thing she
not
said.
allowing them to be humans, by not saying to them, man can't cry, man nothing feel. What is happening now in society, I believe, is repercussions of those things. I don't think men, it's hurt. Somebody ever give on it? It's acting. It do not nice. It do not nice for woman and it do not nice for man. But a woman is not wired naturally to take bun. That is an untruth. What we do is socialize a woman that, listen, man, I go give you a bun, you hear? I just saw man steal. But you don't then turn around and say, listen to a young boy, woman might give you a bun, I just saw it go. You learn to deal with it and move on and just be adult. Look how much woman they are rude. We say it all the time, while a lot of men are now, and I'm agreeing with Milton right there, so a lot more men are being pronouncing their children's life. I'm always big up my man them, who are do that, who are stand up, as opposed to a lot of us in our older generation that did not have our fathers around. So right there, son, then me I big up all of the man them, right? I am saying we also need to stop the harmful way in which we are socializing these human beings. Man and woman now wire differently on this matter. You understand me? It is an untruth. I don't think it's fair. I'm not even going to step into the argument where him really talking about the fact that we are equal and that is what people are trying to do. That is you taking a very small view of a broader issue.
Milton.
Yeah, I just want to respond to two things you said. One, the difference between male and female has nothing to do with socialization. Two, I don't think there can be any question that when a man gets born, and unless you have gotten born before, it is hard for you to relate to what a man goes through when he deeply loves a woman and that woman does some wicked things to him. Unless you have experienced it, you cannot relate to it. I have experienced it. Because before we are going like say, we're afraid we talk, say we get born in it. But all of we are get it. All of us are getting it. Right? No, something happens to your mind. You go into a mad rage, and it's a natural reaction.
So you're saying it's justified? Are you saying it is justified?
It's not a question of whether or not
your
it's justified.
Rage, your anger is justified?
What I'm saying to you is that
it
happens naturally. Whether it's justified or not, it happens naturally. And unless you are a very strong man to be able to control that, you will be disruptive. How many women you know of who get born and kill themselves?
No, but you see a lot of women get born and get mad. You have just as much mad woman on the street as madman. And I am saying, Winford, where that comes from, I don't disagree with that. The pain is the same. I am saying
that the pain is not the same.
Humans deal with the pain is differently. And it is because from a woman was a girl, you have given her the resources, the tools of how to process your emotion. Go talk to your friend them. Go and do this. Go and self-care. Go and do this. But we do not tell our men the same thing. Right. And so it hits him differently because he does not have the tools to process his emotion.
I'm calling on the male artists. You should have shame on yourself. You make Queen Africa, a woman, have to come here and stand up for man. No man no want to talk up for man. Why men are so emasculated and afraid? Why are men so scared? Why are men so afraid to open their mouth and talk? We feel like, say, well, we're not going to get no more woman. Well, I can assure you I don't have that problem and I talk all the time. Okay. So I'm saying our male artists, don't be spineless. Don't be wimps. Talk about what you go through, what your friends go through, and so on. Don't be afraid to talk. Don't leave it to Queen Africa, a woman, to come and have to talk about what we are going through as men. Come on, step up to the plate.
Okay, Ray. So what do you want to happen?
All right, for this problem to be solved, the first thing that has to happen is that our ladies have to go back to being ladies. There was a time in Jamaica when women were dignified, and ladies, a lot of you would find this hard to believe. Do you know there was a time in Jamaica, if a man was looking at a woman and he offered her money, she would be offended by it.
I agree.
And give two of the money back on him.
I agree with that.
A lot of you wouldn't believe that. It is true.
I agree with that. What I will do is agree with some parts of what he's saying in terms of there is a way in which us as humans have to change our modus operandi. We have to change the way we operate. My men, me don't even know which camera to look on. Just tell me one so I can look in my bridge in them eye. Your job on this earth is not to mind woman. Me, I tell you that. When you are with your committed partner, your wife, your girlfriend, out of the love of your heart, you want to say, baby, your ear and nails need to do just as much as me as a woman to give something in him hand and say, baby, barber time, you know.
Yeah.
Go. That is the type of relationship it is. Unless we start bringing our authentic selves to the table, we're gonna have this problem. What Milton said about there's one time if a man give money, you dash it back because he's offended. I agree. Absolutely. And in the same word, I would say there was one time in Jamaica that men would never think of offending a woman by throwing some money in her face. So both of us have parts to play. And I think we have to start dealing with each other with complete respect. Complete respect.
Let's thank you both for coming.
Thank you so much, Unford.
Shana,
It's a pleasure.
Blessed.
Oh boy, our social